N95 respirators, and all of them are made right here in the USA. That's a big difference from the past. Overall, we've increased N95 mass production by 400 million masks a year. Now, the media might say, why not 500? Why not 600? Nobody's seen numbers like this ever. We delivered more than $75 million in support to Puritan Medical in Maine. I was up there. As you remember, we had a tremendous visit and tremendous throngs of people along the roads on the way to Puritan Medical. Puritans doubled their production of testing swabs from 20 million to 40 million per month. They're doing a fantastic job, and so is Maine. I've also used the DPA to fight price gouging and hoarding. My administration located and seized over 500,000 pieces of hoarded personal protective equipment, including 299,000 pairs of medical-grade gloves, 192,000 N95 respirators, and 130 national stockpile inventory is on track to contain over 300 million N95 respirators and surgical masks, over 4.5 billion gloves, and over 190,000 manufacturing jobs in the past 3 months. That's despite people saying you can't do manufacturing jobs anymore. You need a magic wand, they said, but they were wrong. Weekly jobless claims just fell below 1 million for the first time in a long time. I'm pleased to announce that as part of Operation Warp Speed, the federal government will be partnering with McKesson Corporation, great company, which is a major medical supplier, to rapidly distribute a China virus vaccine as soon as one is approved, fully approved. They're in stage 3 trials. We have many of them going along different passes, also many different companies doing them. Very, very incredible companies. We currently have 3 candidates in phase 3 clinical trials and are on pace to have more than 100 million doses of a vaccine ready before the end of the year, and 500 million doses very shortly thereafter. And we're ready logistically to distribute them. Our military is ready. We have a great general who's in charge. That's what he does, is he distributes things. Usually it's people and weapons, tanks, but in this case it's a vaccine or therapeutic, as it may be. We continue to actively monitor the virus, executing our strategy to protect the vulnerable and prevent hospital overcrowding. As of today, hospitalizations continue to be very stable, and we will be watching always very carefully. Remain vigilant. We ask every citizen to practice good hygiene, socially distance, wear a mask when distancing is not possible, and to protect the elderly, always protect the elderly. So now we'll take a few questions if you'd like. I say, John, yes.
Mr. President, on the issue of more money for the U.S. Postal Service and mail-in balloting,
Yeah.
if the Democrats were to give you some of what you want, which you articulated in a series of tweets in the last hour, would you be willing to accept the 20?
I am ready to have the UST and SBA send additional PPP payments to small businesses that have been hurt by the China virus. Democrats are holding this up. So we're talking about, right? And I'm ready to send more money to states and local governments to save jobs of our great police, our firefighters, our first responders, and teachers. It's all ready to go. Democrats are holding it up. So they're holding, John, all of that up.
So if they were to give you that,
Yeah.
you would.
Brother, we've had a great relationship for a long time, from day one. It's a long time ago. And he's in the hospital right now, and hopefully he'll be all right, but he's having a hard time.
I wanted to ask you also really quickly about Putin's invitation to join a video summit with Iran and other world powers. Would you accept that invitation?
I haven't been told of it yet. I heard there's something, but I haven't been told of it yet.
Thank you, Mr. President. Two questions on vaccines. First, once a vaccine is ready, who should get it first?
I will rely on the doctors to tell me that. I would say probably the elderly. I would say nursing homes. A lot of people said, would you take it? I said, I'll take it if they want, or I'll go first or last. I'll do whatever they want me to do. But I would think that the elderly, the people that are most vulnerable to the disease, and we're actually making those lists right now, mostly nursing homes and retirement centers.
Feel about her mean, nasty, mad woman. Biden now saying.
No, I haven't been blunt. I said she treated Joe Biden worse than anybody else. I watched those debates. They were very boring, but they were debates nevertheless in Illinois and New York and other places, both economically and in other ways. It's horrible. It's horrible. Look at Oregon. Look what's going on in Oregon. They have, I don't think they have a clue. We could stop that. If they would request it, we would stop that problem in 1 hour, like we did in Minneapolis. We would stop it in 1 hour. It would be over. It's so easy to do. Please, go ahead. In the back, please.
Alicia Powell at the Gateway Climate. Yesterday, you announced a historic peace deal between Israel and the United Arab Emirates, and later in the day, Joe Biden tried to take credit for
I heard that. That was a beauty.
What's your
We
response?
announced the deal, and I appreciate it. Even the New York Times gave it great coverage and editorials today. Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, everybody was saying great. And this is something we've been working very hard on. And I saw where Sleepy Joe tried to claim credit for it. And I'm trying to figure out how that one works. No, what he did is they made a terrible deal with Iran. And the deal was a horror show, and I ended it. They're just like they've been weak on China, they've been weak on Russia, they've been weak on everyone, and they were the weakest of all on Iran. No, that was a great deal made by very talented people that work with me. And it's been praised all over the world. And what you'll see now is other countries will come into that deal, and you'll have peace in the Middle East. And Biden doesn't even know, he doesn't even know the name of the countries I'm talking about. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Further claims against Kamala Harris in the